Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil, and welcome back to my series of catch up reviews, guys. Yes, so today, as promised, I would be reviewing Hellboy, guys. Yes, the 2019 version, guys. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right. So to start off with, from my pre-rating score, I'm going to say that Hellboy is a bad movie, guys. Yes, this is really the first bad movie I've seen this entire year, which is not good at all because I had hope for this movie. Like the trailers, they made it look fun, but that was really the best part of the movie in the trailers, guys. Honestly, the jokes and all that type of stuff. There was some little jokes and I was like, okay, but it wasn't like super funny and all type of stuff. But then again, they were trying their hardest, so you can't really blame them. But it's just a bad movie, guys. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the story. So the story, where do I even begin with the story? I mean, it's just all over the place. You have Hellboy's father added into the mix, the guild, the Daniel Day Scheme character, the Black Queen, and all type of stuff. So really, it's Hellboy, the guild, Alice, I believe the name is. I can't remember the guy's Daniel Day Scheme's character's name for some reason. They're trying to take down the Black Queen, and all these little bits and pieces happens, and all type of stuff. And that's really how I can describe this movie without spoiling anything, guys. Yeah. So that's really the story. All right. So let's move on to the two positives of this movie, guys. Yes, there are only two in this movie that I could find. There were originally three, but then if there were three, I would kind of make it. Then it would be classified as an okay movie, but it's not okay. Like, I guess it is kind of okay, but it's not. But anyway, guys, so let's talk about the first major positive of this movie. So the first major positive of this movie is that there is some good acting. Yeah, for a movie like this, I just had to say this. There are only two actors in this movie that I felt they were really trying the hardest, and that's David Harbour and Sasha Lane. Daniel Day Kim in this movie and Ian McShane, they were playing stereotypical characters that, and we'll get into that later. But Milo Djokovic, the bad people, those other guys, the other BRB, whatever they're called, guys, I'm sorry, I'm disrespecting any Hellboy fans of the comics and source material, but yeah, I'm sorry, but there was some good acting, and I have to put that in this positives, little positives part of this review because I just have to mention that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. And the next major positive was that I did actually, in fact, didn't mind the relationship between Hellboy and his that guys. Yes, he's fat, whatever you want to call it. I didn't mind that. That was actually one of the more better parts of the movie, in my opinion. But then again, this movie, wow, what a disappointment for me. As someone who wanted to see a different type of comic book movie, wow. Okay, so now let's talk about the negatives. The things that really pissed me off. First off, the action. The action in this movie was so not to say that I couldn't handle it, I did. But it was way too much blood and gore. Like why they way overdid it. They overdid it way too much. Like yes, it is hard R rate. It is a hard R rating. It deserves that rating for sure. But it's not like Logan, where fans wanted a Wolverine movie and to be rated R. But Logan was rated R not just because of that, but because of what it was dealing with and all type of stuff. But of course, the violence too. But for me, this movie was just R because of the swearing and the bad language, I should say as well, and the violence because I did not like the action in this movie at all. It was way overdone. Like what they overdid it way too much. It really annoyed me. If the action wasn't bloody, but it was still R like Logan, maybe it would have changed. So yeah. The next major negative, the tone. This movie was serious, it was funny, it was serious, it was lighthearted, it was why? What was happening in this movie with the tone? The tone in this movie was off completely. And it just the ending of this movie was like so abrupt, like okay, here it is, which is also another negative I want to point out, but I can't because I only want to talk about three, if not it'll be way too long. But the ending of this movie is like okay, that's it. It's like yay. I was like, what? Really? It was going so like dark and all time, and suddenly like yay. That's the problem. The movie just like makes you think it's going this direction, but then doesn't, and then oh, that was one surprising thing though, but it wasn't that surprising. No, it's not that surprising, no. And finally, the music. The music in this movie was really, really not disappointing, but just bad. Rock, heavy metal type of style music. Why? I get it. He's a cool character. I know it's R-rated, but why? Why? Deadpool's soundtrack and Logan's soundtrack was better than this movie. Why? Not to say they have bad soundtracks. Deadpool's soundtrack I actually didn't mind, but Logan's soundtrack is very underrated. But for me, this soundtrack of this movie felt like they took things from everywhere, like every different type of movie possible and all type of stuff. So in all honesty, guys, this movie is I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's not as bad as Robin Hood or Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which came out last year, but my god, this movie was not good at all, guys. So just to wrap things up, as a final score, I'm gonna give Hellboy a 3 out of 10. I want to give it a 2, but because there are some things that I do think work, like entertaining at parts, I have to give it a 3. Originally, I was actually going to give it a 5, and then I was like, no, then a 4, and then I was like, no, so now a 3. This movie is not good at all. It is as bad as The Darkest Minds. I wouldn't say it's rushed, but there are times I felt it was very slow, and I was like, just move on. There's so many things I want to talk about for this movie when it comes to the negative, but I can't because it will be here forever. But for me, that's all I have to say for that. So what do you think of Hellboy, guys? Tell me in the comments below. Don't go see this movie if you are planning on seeing it, but I'm sure you guys have, and because it came out a while ago. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Also, guys, I know some people might be wondering, for those of you who did see my Shazam review, the title was just called Shazam Review. People are like, what? Why no catch-up review? I did, in fact, highlight it and mention in the comments and the description below, and they did say that it's not a catch-up review because it came out the same month. So this is not going to be called catch-up review. That isn't going to be called catch-up review. Venom, yes, because it was a little bit over a month after it came out. So yes, it's a catch-up review. But Shazam, no. Hellboy, no. Yeah. So Missing Link will not be a catch-up review. Wonder Park, I'm actually going to call it a catch-up review because even though it came out early April 1st in Australia, it came out like March for you guys in the US. So I'm calling it a catch-up review. But anyway, it's almost it's almost May anyway. So I guess I have to consider it and call it a catch-up review. But yeah, Dumbo's definitely a catch-up review now, guys, because it's been like a month since it came out. Actually, yeah, exactly a month. Wow, that's crazy. And Arctic is easily a catch-up review. That movie came out like in February. So anyway, guys, what do you think of Hellboy? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys tomorrow for my review of Missing Link. This is Akil, and I'm signing out.